Welcome, Taurus, to your reading for the week commencing January 6th. So let's have a look. We're going to pull a preview card and just see, get a taster for where this reading might be going for the week. And we have the Three of Pentacles. So Taurus, you might be collaborating to some extent this week. You might be teaming up on a work front. You might be spending time with friends more so than normal. But this is also a card of recognition. So, you know, you might be getting recognised for your accomplishment, your achievements, your skills, your talents. Let's find out. Let's look at the reading as a whole. So this is for your Sun, your Moon, your Rising and your Venus signs, Taurus. And it is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But do watch all the way through. And if anyone is interested in a more personal reading, private reading, then I am offering 25% off my private readings. If you book in January, you can book for any time throughout 2025. I don't ask for payment till the day before. So that means that you can lock in that discount and book ahead. Just reach out to me at revelationtarotgb@gmail.com. That's revelationtarotgb@gmail.com. Let's go. So we're looking at your general energy, your opportunity, your challenge, your unforeseen events, and your advice. Okay, so we're using the Crystal Power Tarot, which is listed in the description below, and this is the Witch's Tarot that I'm clarifying with. In your general energy, we have the Devil. There's temptation here for some of you, Taurus, temptation. I don't know what or how this is temptation, but it's almost like temptation to cut corners, I don't know, it's almost like take the easy way, take the easy route. It could even be temptation to avoid something or not get something done, which is interesting because it's not very like you, Taurus. The Page of Wands is in your opportunity. So the opportunity here is to embrace new pathways that are being opened up to you. I don't know if you've got the energy to embrace them, though. That's the problem here, is that there's going to be pathways opening up to you and you're going to be looking at them and thinking, oh my God, I want it, but have I got the energy? In your challenge is the Seven of Wands. I feel you kind of being very protective of what you have, Taurus. I don't know why you're feeling more protective this week than normal. I mean, to be honest with you, the Page of Wands could also be child energy. So for those of you that have a child, you could be feeling particularly protective around a child this week. And potentially, now that I look back on this, that Devil energy could be that your child is I don't know, suffering in some way. I mean, school hasn't begun yet, I don't believe, in the UK, but that wouldn't necessarily, negate what I'm thinking. So if for instance you had a child that was suffering at the hands of some bullying or something like that, these cards would fit in with that. In your unforeseen events is temperance in, I nearly said temptation then, temperance in reverse. So yeah, nothing feels quite right, Taurus. Everything feels a bit off kilter or off balance. You don't feel a sense of peace or calm. You just feel a bit restless and unsettled. And if it is about your child, I completely understand that, and who wouldn't be feeling that way. In the advice column, you have the Six of Cups. This is really just saying, I feel this is more to do with whatever is going on here it's not going to last forever. It is difficult. If there's something difficult going on, acknowledge it is difficult, it's challenging, but it's kind of saying look back and realise what you've been through to this point and understand what you've come through to this point, because you've survived much worse. So let's clarify. That Three of Pentacles card is significant now, as, you know, don't try and do this on your own. There's people out there that can help. Let's clarify. Clarified by Strength, the Two of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. For some of you, Taurus, this is about your emotional health. If your emotional health, if you're struggling with your emotional health, you know, that Strength card comes in to show you the way. But also this kind of makes me feel, if you're struggling with your emotional health, do not put pressure on yourself to, I'm trying to find the best way of putting this, to be, I can't think of any other way of saying it. Don't keep telling yourself, be strong, you can be better, you can, you know, what's wrong with you, all that stuff. I think this card is just saying be vulnerable if you need to be vulnerable, because there's no point in pretending. If you're suffering emotionally, you can't really figure out why. Yeah, it's just, you need to acknowledge it and accept it in order to get through it. The Two of Pentacles is it feels like your responsibilities, the things that you have to keep doing regardless of how you feel. And the Three of Wands is wanting to get past this. And I get it, I completely understand from someone who knows and has suffered. So the fact that you want to get past it is such a good sign, because it's like, it means that you're still fighting. The Page of Wands. Clarified by the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So you come in here in the reverse position, okay, in your opportunity. But the opportunity here is to understand that you are surrounded by people who love you, quite literally. The Ace of Cups, which is an outpouring of love and support. The King of Cups, possibly male energy, full of emotional support. And the Page of Wands, who's a younger energy, possibly, I don't know, possibly son or daughter, doesn't have to be, but all I'm seeing here is you surrounded by loads of people who love you. The Seven of Wands. Is clarified by, in your challenge, is clarified by the Two of Swords, the Nine of Cups reversed, and the Seven of Pentacles. You're such a strong energy, Taurus. Even when you're struggling, you're such a strong, determined energy. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's kind of, you're trying to, that's where the protection vibes come in, because if you're the one that's suffering, you're trying to protect your child from your suffering, if that makes sense. The Two of Swords is you feeling kind of struggling to know how to get past this. But there's no answer. You just have to let time take its course. The Nine of Cups in reverse is feeling empty, and the Seven of Pentacles is your sheer determination and perseverance. And then the Temperance in reverse card, clarified by the Ten of Swords. The Six of Wands reversed and the Seven of Cups. It's like, I don't know why that's just come in my head, but someone's just put in my head, one of my guides has just put in my head, doctors make the worst patients. I don't know why I've just been told that, but it's like, what they're trying to say is that you're probably someone who's incredibly good with other people who are in the same situation, and yet now it's you. You don't know how to deal with it, even though you be the one to give the best advice for someone else who was in this situation. So the Six of Wands in reverse is kind of suffering through something that you don't think you can see an end to. Of course there's an end to it, Taurus, you just can't see it, don't worry. And the Seven of Cups is just feeling like nothing feels real. It's kind of feeling a bit, I think it's just that whole thing of Christmas, New Year, a whole year behind you, and then just bang, it's almost like you can actually relax. And when you do, it's not just like, it's like the engines of a plane coming to a slow stop until eventually it's really quiet, when all you've had is this noise and vibration and like chaos, and then nothing. And that's when it hits you sometimes, Taurus, and I think that's okay. If you can absorb the energy and actually kind of think about it and feel it and understand it and let it go, you will be absolutely fine. The Six of Cups. Clarified by the Sun reversed, the Four of Cups, and the Emperor reversed. This is the advice here, is this is not a time for you to feel empowered or strong or confident or determined or any of that. It's okay to feel a bit stripped bare at the moment. It's okay. And you have to tell yourself that, Taurus, that it is okay. And Four of Cups, as always, is about happiness is a choice. It's not a gift. And when you're ready and your energy's back, you'll be back out there exactly as you were before. This is just kind of a recharging of your spirit and your emotional self. That's all it is. And I honestly wouldn't worry about it. So let's do your oracle. Going to try and remember what your ruling planet is, Taurus. What is it? Can I get it right? Taurus. Is it Saturn? Is it Saturn? It might be. Let's find out. Venus. So sorry. I will get the hang of it eventually. So let's see. This is the Astro. Sorry, I didn't even show you the Star Codes Astro Oracle. And your card this week, Taurus, is the Moon. The Moon, ruler of Cancer, speaks of the deep inner river of emotions. What motivates you, how you experience and express your feelings, and how you nurture and need nurturance. In your astrological chart, the Moon is as important as the Sun, even though it's much smaller. By a coincidence of relative size and distance, from our earthly perspective, the sun and moon, our symbols of consciousness and unconsciousness, appear to be the same size. And this proportion makes eclipses possible. The moon cycles through the zodiac in 27.5 days, changing signs every 2 days and colouring our moods, habits and behaviours. First, perceive what unspoken emotional inner calling and patterns drive you. Look to your own moon sign. When you cooperate with your moon's emotional motivation, you'll find it easier to walk in harmony with your path. Next, investigate the needs and wants of those around you. The emotions underneath the surface actually run this show. Those primary drives are expressed through habits and actions, nuance and expression, rather than through words. Look for that underground ocean. It carries the soul's energy. Speak to the insecurities that slow this process. Act in a way that helps others feel nurtured, warm and emotionally connected. Make them feel at home. Tend the food, water, the home base like the moon. The energy in this situation will wax and wane, so assess the current phase and work with those cycles. Look to feelings rather than logic to move this situation forward. Notice any strange responses to anxiety, touchy personal defences, nepotism, xenophobia, subjectivity, or insecurity, either in your motivation or in those around you. Tend to the fear that lies underneath these behaviours. You are one with the ebb and the flow. Watch what sign the moon occupies each day and let the moon teach you about its phases. Align yourself with those tides and make your life easier. So it does feel like an emotional week for you, Taurus, but I think it's needed in a way. Don't overthink it. You will be fine. So I'm now going to show you what stones are aligned with Venus. And then I'm going to hopefully show you something that I have from Otter Spirit. So the gemstones for Venus are emerald, white sapphire, opal, diamond, coral, pearl, ruby, rose quartz, sapphire, shukra, topaz, cat's eye, hessonite, malachite, thank goodness, and yellow sapphire. So let's find the malachite, which is never going to be in the first box, is it? Nope. There it is. So malachite, if you haven't been to visit Otter Spirit already, please go and check them out. They make the most wonderful grade A to grade AAA authentic gemstone bracelets, necklaces and earrings. Yes. This is malachite. Malachite is very hard to source. True malachite is very hard to source. And this is, I believe it's grade AAA actually. So it is a powerful stone, malachite. It's a very powerful stone. You know, if you want to get started and you're not into crystals and you're not too sure what to start with, probably malachite wouldn't be my starting stone, but it is one that I would buy and put in a drawer and say, right, one day I'm gonna wear that. So yeah, if you haven't done so, please go and visit them. The link is in the description. They do have a January sale at the moment and their prices are very reasonable. These are genuinely, they will help your energy, Taurus. So, and you deserve it. So that just leaves me to say thank you. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for helping me through 2024 in a way that I never expected. And I cannot thank you enough for your love, your support, your encouragement and your engagement. I return it to you tenfold. I'll see you next time. Enjoy the journey.